I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Vampire Girl 2, Chapter 10. Asher holds you for what feels like hours as you sob into a heap on the floor, devastated by the truth of King Lucian's mode of never desired peace. And you can only imagine what has been planned for the spirits. If he hates the Fae so much, why not just let them die? Why bring me here at all? He must need the spirits for something other than a war. But what? As time passes, you slip into the bathroom and pull on some new clothes to try and pick yourself up. I'll wear whatever's handy. Spitfire riding outfit. I want my black outfit back, goddammit. I'm serious, that one isn't bad, but it's just whatever's handy. As your crying finally stops and you return to your room, Asher speaks. What happened? What did he say to you? Your father... Your throat burns and your mouth snaps shut. Lucian's demon mark feels like it's burrowing into your skin. Are you not allowed to write anything down? Wow, this must be part of the deal. I can't even talk about the truth? Actually, yeah. Try using charades. Knowing spoken words can't save you, and unwilling to risk what might happen to your hands if you write with them, you try to pantomime the cause of your distress. You gesture as if you're writing against your poem. He signed... Realization dawns on Asher's face, and he curses under his breath. The contract. I'm a fool. I proposed that damn thing, and now... dissolve it. Lucian will feel if I do. He will know something is wrong, and he will return. We must wait. You try to wipe your face with your sleeve, struggling against the hopeless grief that wells up in your chest. Asher tries to reassure you, smoothing your hair with one hand. We will get you back to Finn. Perhaps one day I can dissolve it, but we must be careful. My father is a dark and devious man, and he has played this game far longer than I have. Unite Inferno and Avakiri. We need peace between our people. Agreed. And once we have our kingdoms united, nothing will stop us. You nod, feeling your resolve strengthening. We can do this. Even if I can't explain Lucian's plans, we can't stop him. Andrew climbs to his feet and offers you a hand up. Ready to go back to hell? I'm already technically there. Well, if I have to, I guess. He guides you back into the Crystal Palace's cavern. We aren't going by Griffin, are we? Oh, no. Nothing quite so dramatic. A new, unfamiliar door is found in the rocky wall. The door seems like the one that brought you to the Fey lands. You reach out and press your palm to its spike, and the mechanism inside shifts. Ouch! How many of these doors are there? Enough. Before Inferno was hell, it was simply the other half of the Fey kingdom. The 4 tribes were spread over both sides of the world. Avakiri and Inferno. These doors connect them. Your eyes widen as you try to imagine enough Fae to fill both Avakiri and the 7 realms. There must have been so many Fae back then. Asher frowns and nods, pushing open the door. There were, and we slaughtered them, or else enslaved them. My people were thrown into this land like wolves upon sheep. Wait, what? We did not understand our carnage and bloodlust until it was too late. One day I will find the one who sent us here, and I'll make him pay. Shakes his head, wrestling with a barely contained anger. He stripped us of our wings and cursed us with a lust for blood. We became beasts unleashed upon a peaceful people. That's terrible. I'll help you face him when the time comes. Wait, really? 2 armies are better than 1, right? And even if the Fae are tired of war by then, I'm sure there's something I can do. Smiles gratefully at you and nods. Thank you, Ari. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, just say thank you when we do it. He ushers you through the door and you find yourself by a jumble of rocks next to a vast, open field. A road winds through it, little more than packed dirt from the wheels of countless carriages and wagons. You take in the sight for a moment, but his words nag at you, unable to be ignored. So you really had wings? Once, yes. You, Finn, were angels? He laughs and shakes his head, smiling mischievously. All of the fallen who were banished here had wings once, but we never were angels. Asher offers you his arm and leads you along the road. Welcome to my realm, princess. I assure you the view is much more impressive when we're near Sky Castle. You peer at the horizon, trying to spot any distant shapes. So Finn's home is Stonehill Castle, and yours is Sky Castle? It sounds elegant. I bet it's cushy. It doesn't float, does it? It is a sky castle in name alone, I promise you. The walk is a pleasant one, with a warm breeze and distant sounds of a babbling river. Suddenly a figure appears on the row ahead, merely making their way towards you. Ah, a welcoming party. Welcoming party? There's only one person. That's my assistant, but there will be a surprise for you soon. A young Fey girl approaches. She glides daintily along the road, seeming more at home in a court than a countryside. Master Asher, the boat is ready. Ari, meet Siri, my new keeper. She took up the job after her grandfather, my previous keeper, passed. Oh, sorry for your loss. Thank you, Your Grace. I knew a lovely keeper back in Stonehill. Calhoun, he's very wise. Someday you will be too, I'm sure. I'm doing my best to learn and serve. Asher grumbles quietly as the three of you cut through the field and towards the sound of water. Siri, I will need messages sent to my brothers. A message? And nothing. Tell my brothers I have found the princess and that she is safe in my realm. And that I'm staying here for the next month. Yes, that too. Siri produces a small notepad and a stick of graphite. She begins making hasty notes. A message for each prince, or one for all of them? Asher groans and speaks very slowly. 6 messages, one for each prince apart from myself. Right. And you want them to come here to see Princess Ari? No, are you mad? That's the last thing I want. God, you need a new secretary, holy shit. Siri jumps, making more hasty additions to her notes. Poor girl, I should change the subject. So what's my surprise? You don't understand the meaning of the word, do you? Oh, do you mean... Shush! She squeaks and quickly closes her mouth. A boat awaits you, not unlike the one you rode when you first came to the Isle of Inferno, but this one much longer and rowed by a number of Fae slaves. I had almost forgotten that magic is forbidden and that vampires have none of their own. 2 Fae jump from the boat and run to meet you, and you recognize them immediately. Kara, Julian. Your servants from Stonehill Castle grin from ear to ear as they come to a halt in front of you. Your Grace! It's good to see you! What are you doing here? Asher beams at you, clearly pleased with himself. I thought you would feel more at home with him here. Surprise! You all pile onto the long, luxurious boat. The Fae slaves begin rowing, and you're carried downriver. Asher sinks into the cushioned bench at the helm, and you sit down next to him. How can you be okay with this? With what? Glance behind you at the rowing slaves and drop your voice to a quiet murmur. With keeping slaves when you want peace between the Fae and your people. Asher sighs and shakes his head, keeping his eyes on the river ahead. The change can't happen overnight. My father tried to free his slaves, and look where that got him. I understand that, but... Are you really sure? Are we sure that he tried to free his slaves to where he got quote-unquote killed? Are we really sure? I understand that, but... it's still wrong. I'll never be comfortable with this. It goes against everything I believe. We will change this soon together. You'll be a hero to your people. And you? Asher smiles and shrugs. My subjects might not like it, but at least I'll be less likely to be set on fire whenever I visit Avakari. You laugh and nod, gazing out with him at the river ahead. The river gives way to a vast canal with stunning buildings lining the watery streets. You stare and wonder at the city as it comes into view, guiding houses and shops around a distant castle. It's beautiful. Welcome to... The boat trembles and Asher falls silent. The Fae slaves stop their rowing, their eyes darting to the surrounding water. What was that? We must have hit something. Yami chitters nervously on your shoulder, flapping his wings in a panic. The two vampire guards go to the side of the boat. The two had been silently watchful, standing with a small gaggle of vampire guests occupying the boat's stern. Do you see anything? They shake their heads and the boat trembles again. The wind picks up, growing in force and carrying the salty scent of brine. I have seen this before, long ago. It's in the water, it's... His voice is soft, barely a whisper. Wadu. A shriek cuts through the air as a great serpent bursts from the water. It has no proper eyes or mouth, instead appearing as a writhing tendril of dark water. In the center of the water's spout you see Metzi's spirit, shimmering snake Wadu. Everybody get down! Before the vampires and slaves can spring to action, the watery tendril lunges, crashing into one of the two guards. The vampire's armor crumples as it twists around him. He's dragged screaming into the depths of the canal. Alright, get to safety. Asher pulls a dark sword from beneath his bench. The blade is long and heavy, and a purple stone glitters in the pommel. Asher can't do this alone. I'll hide. We're too amateur, let's be real. With a heavy heart, you nod, joining the others at the center of the boat as Asher orders them to stay together for safety. I need to keep an eye on Kara and Julian. The Fae slaves huddle together alongside the vampire guests, eyes darting nervously around as they await the next attack. You catch sight of one of the vampire women running away from the group towards the railing, ready to dive away from the doomed vessel. No, stay away from the water! The warning comes too late. The vampire woman dives towards the canal, and a vicious spike of ice pierces her body as soon as she touches the water. Her body is held aloft for a moment, as if to taunt the other vampires with the grisly sight before she plunges into the canal. No. The tendril lashes at the boat again, curling past the Fae slaves to grab at the surviving vampires. Oh! Get off the boat. All of you who are Fae, get into the water. You just told us not to. It will kill us. Shake your head, putting a hand on each of their shoulders to comfort them. Once you're in the water, she'll see what you are. She'll keep you safe. On the boat, you're in danger of getting hit in the crossfire. Go. Reluctantly, they make their way to the water. Julian inches towards the railing and jumps. You watch as she falls into the water. A moment later, she's safely swimming towards the banks of the canal. You too, Kari. Sari, all the Fae into the water. With Julianne paddling to safety, the rest all bolt towards the railing and begin flinging themselves into the safety of the waiting canal. You watch them go, grinning madly as they reach the shore. They're safe. Something hits you from behind. The pain is blinding. Ah! Ari! You fall onto the deck with the air knocked out of your lungs. The second tendril, cold and wet, wraps around you. Betsy doesn't care that I'm Fae. I'm the enemy now and making deals with demons. The tentacle yanks you towards the railing as Asher shouts, holding you around the ribs with a crushing grip. She can't risk killing me, can she? Call out to Metzi, she knows this is wrong. You're hurting me, let go. Can't say much more without revealing who and what you are to the vampires, but you hope she recognizes your voice. If she does, however, she pays you no mind. The tendril never loosens its grip, still dragging you towards the edge of the boat. No. From the depths of the water, a head emerges, fang jaws open as the massive head of Wadu is revealed. Its massive maw holds open cold in the darkness as tendrils draw you closer. Yami bites at the water that holds you, but his tiny fangs do nothing to slow it. No more! He jumps from the deck, much higher than you thought possible, plunges towards Wadu's head. Asher! You've got this, don't give up. Don't I know it? Asher's leap continues, and your breath hitches in fear as Wadu's maw opens wide with glistening fangs. But rather than falling into the serpent's waiting jaws, Asher lands blade first onto one of Wadu's eyes. The spirit gives a piercing, primordial shriek as the sword sinks deep into the socket of its watery eye. Oh, I need to help him. I need to... Oh! Your vision begins to blur as the tendril tightens in pain, crushing the air from your lungs and constricting your breath. See a rain of arrows sail through the air and feel a jolt of fear. Don't hit Asher. Land safely on the other side of Wadu's exposed head, drawing another shriek from the serpent. As your vision starts to dim, you hear a blood-curdling howl and echo across the water. Ooh! The wolf tears through the tentacle, hurtling itself at its bulk and gnashing its teeth. It's bear, and that must mean... He doesn't hate Asher after all. Shut up! Finn's nearby. Wadu's grip on you finally fails, and you tumble onto the deck of the boat, gasping for breath. As your vision clears and your wits slowly return, you feel a familiar hand reach for yours and gently pull you to your feet. You really have the worst luck with boats. Finn. He smiles warmly at you, but the moment is cut short. There's still Wadu to deal with. Asher. Took you long enough, Fenris. Finn grabs one of the mooring ropes and throws one into his brother, who nods in understanding. The two princes jump high, catching Wadu around its thick neck with a robe. The momentum swings them around past each other and safely back to the boat. Now. Each of them coil the rope around their forearm and pull, their other arms braced against the railing of the boat. They know each other so well. They can fight together without even discussing a battle plan. The rope strangles the spirit until it wails weakly. One more tug severs the watery head, and Wadu's entire body erupts into a mist. The brothers clasp their arms together and grin, and the people on the bank of the canal cheer. Finn turns to you, moving Asher as he makes his way over to you in a few long strides, his arms wrap around you. Welcome home, Ari. Well, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support yours truly. And without further ado, thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.